Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Everybody, we got company here. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday to you. It is Clancy Day in the House of Reaction Therapy. And we hope that, number one, you can hear us. Number two, that you're here to talk about 21 Pilots. Because I know there's a whole lot of other stuff going on in the world. Nick, good to see you. Happy Friday.
Man, I've
been grinding all day today. I just literally sat down in this seat from driving home from work.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you didn't just finish work, but
go outside, do some yard work real quick, blah, blah, blah. Long story short.
Big
my sob story.
You didn't even know that button was
Tear
that,
goes. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You want some Doug Boy?
Oh, yeah, Doug Boy.
Yep.
That was
Why don't we have a Clancy thing on here?
Yesterday. I don't know. I don't know what it would be for Clancy. What would it be? What would it be for Clancy?
Clancy would be, let's name that, everybody. What would Clancy's soundbite be?
What would a Clancy soundbite?
Clancy's soundbite would be something having to do with like, I don't want to backslide from where I started from. Just kidding, Nick. I just thought of that literally off the top of my head.
Welcome back to Trench. That actually would be fun.
Oh, that's
That'd
it.
Be cool.
Who said that? Beastie, you're on it. Welcome back to Trench. Nick, can you please find that?
Yeah, I have to go over there to find it. I have to like.
We need to find that.
You're gonna have to talk.
Welcome back to Trench.
And y'all might have
to. That is literally the best.
Y'all might have to watch me make it.
Everybody, thanks for being here. Shout out to everybody who joined the VIP tier on Patreon, the $7 tier on Patreon. If you don't know, it has the entire reaction of the entire album, unedited, of me. 3 hours long. If you don't want to wait to see these songs roll out, like Nick, I think, has rolled out 1, 2 this week, right? If you don't want to wait, get in there. Patreon. The link should be here somewhere. $7 tier. You get to see the entire... It's a great way to support us, but it's also a way to see the all unedited because Nick edits these videos, breaks them down. And we've had over 50 new people come into Patreon just for the Clancy album. So shout out to all of y'all. And I have some of y'all's comments from Patreon today that I'm going to read.
Hey, it would help me a lot, BC. I don't know if you want to do this or if somebody else wants to do it, but if somebody could like screen record Welcome Back to Trench and send it to me, that would
Why don't we put it on here?
Because we're talking and it's going to get in the way.
Okay.
When I screen record it, or I could leave the room and do it. Do you want me to do that? I can leave the room, screen record it, and then come back.
Either way. David, good to see you. Sorry your phone's not working right. And I want to tell you this, Kirk, so few, so proud. Was it so few or the few? I guess it was so few, wasn't it? Now I'm missing it from the Straight song. Paladin Straight?
I don't know what song it is.
At the very end, and who is it that's doing that? That's the dark guy, right? the mean guy. So few, so proud, so emotional. And then he goes, hello, Clancy.
For all of y'all who haven't seen Tom's reaction to it, it's on Patreon. It will not be on YouTube for like
It's Nico.
another week or two, probably. With the amount, like, that's the very last song. I've only released.
Gonna roll out songs because number one, he's got to edit them. It takes time to edit.
I'm not even done editing.
10,
all
11
of them
songs like that. Number two, we wanted to have the full unedited version out there for people to be able to sit down and just watch at your leisure. Okay?
yet.
Leisure.
Isn't that leisure?
If, well, in Europe, they'd probably say leisure. The few, the proud, the emotional. Oh, yeah, the few, the proud, the emotional. That's right now. It's all coming back to me. But anyway, shout out to everybody. If you have joined the VIP tier, please let me know. And just put VIP in your comment. That would let me know because we've had over 50 people join that tier. One that showed up in the members only live stream, and y'all can come next Tuesday, members only live stream, where you get to chat, hang out. Sometimes we do reaction, all that great stuff.
Playing or streaming New World Depression. This isn't exactly a stream to talk about that, but I will say very quickly, we have ideas of how we're going to do it, and it will be streamed in some form or fashion, but we'll announce it more later. But I will say, join the $7 tier if you want to be a part of it, because that might have something to do with how we stream it.
Yes, it's very likely you're going to get bonus activity on the $7 tier on Patreon.
We are boosting this tier up to its max.
It's a great chance to look. YouTube still gets all the content, like it eventually all comes out, but it's a great. And by the way, you shouldn't join the $7 tier. You should join the $10 tier
if you're a Suicide
because
Boys
if you're a Suicide Boys fan, there are reactions on there that aren't out on YouTube.
Yeah.
From the Suicide Boys. And if that's the case, Nick, then you also get, with that $10 tier, what? The $7 tier access.
Yes, you get everything below.
So you would get all of that.
Yeah.
And you get to help us pick the Suicide Boys songs we react to. So
anyway, this isn't a Suicide Boys
really
live
good
stream, but
not at all.
Just answering
Clancy, I need help from y'all. I want to hear the stories. I want to hear your favorite songs. I want to hear your least favorite songs. If y'all didn't watch the live stream of Tyler and Josh, well, number one, you should go watch our $7 tier because I went through the whole live stream with them. They talked before each song. They talked after each song. But Tyler even said his least favorite song on the album. Now, I was shocked by this. Most artists will not say this is probably my least favorite song. And now I'm trying to remember where's the list of songs? Let me see. Clancy album. Let's see if I can pull it up here. It is. Oh, wow. There's the beginning of it. Nick will get mad if I play it. It was. Which was the least favorite? Do y'all remember if you watched it? It wasn't At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. I thought it might have been Lavish. I'm trying to remember. Do y'all remember Lavish where they were going to all the different signs in the city to do that? Who knows what the oldie station? Oh, that's your favorite, Beastie. But Tyler said his least favorite, and I was shocked by that. And he also had a couple of songs on there that he said would not have been on there if it weren't for Josh Dunn. Josh Dunn helped motivate him to put a couple of those songs on there. So I'm very curious today what y'all think. And I've heard a lot of different comments from people saying, this is mid, it's not as good, it's not what I thought it would be. I thought this was an awesome album. I thought it was great. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. I thought it went up, down, all around. It covered all the bases. There were a couple songs I didn't really care for. Honestly, not care for, but they weren't my thing, I guess. One of them was Lavish. That just seemed a little poppy and kind of just fit in there. The other one was, of course, my favorite was The Craving, Jenna's version, number one favorite, 100% of the entire album. Backslide's probably my second. Paladin Straight's probably my third. I should rate these. I'm trying to remember what all of these were. Was Navigating the one that they said to never give up, to Push Through? I can't remember which one was Push Through. But anyway, if I had Nick here, I would do different polls to be able to see what y'all think. But I want to hear What do you think? Yeah, there's always haters. There's always haters. I don't think anything's awful, even though I might say Lavish was my least favorite. It's like Tyler said, but it made the album. Like, even though it's maybe the one I like least, there are a lot of songs that didn't even make the album that they created, I'm sure. Oh, man. Backslide. Snapback. Yeah, Clancy's son is here. That's impressive. Oldie Station, very good, Broken. I loved Oldie Station too. If y'all aren't a member here, enable membership gifting, because you never know when memberships are going to be given to Reaction Therapy, and you could be a part of our Tuesday members only live stream. So allow membership gifting. Jirashi, man, I like that. You put 1, 2, 3, navigating Paladin Straight next semester. It's so hard for me with those first three, overcompensate next semester and backslide. But were y'all disappointed that there wasn't more lore on this album? Because it makes me think the lore thing is not done. Makes me think there's more, especially with that very ending at Paladin Straight. But how many people in here were disappointed that I thought it would have 6 songs, 5 or 6 that were lore related. They didn't have to necessarily do videos of the lore, but I really did think 5 or 6, half of this album was going to be lore. And it wasn't lore. Was it 3 songs maybe? Where is it? Overcompensate. Next semester. No, that wasn't one. Overcompensate was. Was Midwest Indigo wasn't a lore thing. Paladin Straight was obviously towards the end there. And then what was the other one? Was it Navigate? What were the lore? It's not over. It can't be over. But were y'all disappointed that there wasn't more lore? That you wanted more songs that were going to cover that? Yeah, it's not done. I'm very curious to see that video for Paladin Straight at the end. Because what a way to end. What a song to end. It didn't end with a hype song. It ended with something really heavy and serious. Kirk said, I'm with you, Tom. I was a little disappointed with the lack of lore and screaming from Tyler overall, but I loved it. Yeah, he didn't do as much of that. And then somebody commented, okay, I'm going to read the comments for y'all. I'm going to read comments that people left off Patreon because I really liked these comments. And I didn't get to see if anybody said they were on VIP or not. So I missed that. But here we go. I love these comments. Okay, Shannon. Shannon's over on Patreon now. Shannon said, Paladin Straight is in DEMA. So is that true that Paladin Straight is in DEMA? Which is not good, right? Because DEMA is not good. I think, and this is an interesting take from Shannon. If you're in here, Shannon, please tell me. I think Tyler wanted to end it quickly because of his new baby. And from what I gather, it seems the baby doesn't sleep. Tyler, you must know a lot about their life, Shannon. Tyler is probably exhausted. They also have 4 5-year-old and a 2-year-old-ish little ones. Man, can you imagine? 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and a new baby coming. These videos are in my hometown, and it just brings a new element for my love for these boys. How cool, Shannon, for these videos to be in your hometown. Like that you're there. You're in the middle of it. You can go where they shot these videos. I want to go there just to see the places that they shot the videos. Bob says, no, it's in the universe. So it's not in DEMA. Outside of DEMA. See? I don't know. Shannon thinks it's inside DEMA. I love Clancy. I think it's missing. Guy says, I think it's missing some bangers like Lane Boy Jumpsuit. That's true. There's so many bangers, though, that they have. Harry says, wait till the 25th of June. There may or may not be a double album release. Boy, that would be something, really a zinger, wouldn't it? There'd be so many theories about this on the internet among clickies. Since Paladin Straight is not the end. It is not the end. So Beastie says it's between Voldsoy and DEMA. I don't know where Voldsoy is, though. Where's Trench, DEMA, Voldsoy? Where is that? Paladin Straight is the sea that connects DEMA and Voldsoy. What is Voldsoy, though? Is that Trench? that where Trench is? Howden Strait is a stretch of water between Trench and Voltsoy. See, now I'm confused. Y'all are all saying different things here. Thank you much, Tangui. Appreciate you. Wanted to see more lore, Clancy's son said. Yeah, I did too. There's a rumor that Tyler will become a bishop. That would be very interesting too. Let me read the next comment that came off of Beastie thinks we're going to 100% almost get another album. That would be just so fun. That would make my year. Tara said so many references back to other songs, videos that made me go, backslide. I want y'all's feedback on this. Tara, if you're in here, let me know. I didn't see if Shannon was in here. Shannon is here. How you doing, Shannon? Thank you so much for being a part of VIP tier. And thank you, by the way. Thank you, Shannon. And she said backslide. No, this is Tara. Tara, if you're here, tell me. Tara's here. All right, Tara's here too. Backslide, riding an adult bike alone versus riding tricycles with Josh and Blurry Face. Remember that? That was from Stressed Out, right? Da-dum, da-dum. Snap back. Shaving head like car radio. So these are connections, right? These are references back. Do you think they did that on purpose? And that was really something in Snapback. That was a pretty intense song for me. Navigating. At the end, Josh hands Tyler a mask just like Tyler handed it to him in the beginning of Guns for Hands. He also handed it to him at the concert, I felt like, or he took it off him, whatever. Just a few examples, but these guys are geniuses. Tara, thank you so much. Appreciate the feedback. Oh my goodness. Volto is the island on the music, the outside. I still don't know what that is. He shaves his head every album, BC says. Really? Every album? Love the information.
should be able to hear you now.
Okay, am I back? Can you hear me? Now we just sit in silence. Now we just sit in silence. I love that, Clancy's son. And I love, who was it that said, somebody, the bishop, somebody's trying to silence us. They will not silence us.
Maybe you're not.
Thank you, Beastie.
What do you want? What do you want to change it? I'll change it.
Just add it to one of the blank ones. I'm ready. Nick's downloaded the sound. By the way, they can't hear me now, right? Tara, I didn't read the second message where you said that you've been following them since Drown in 2010. That is forever ago, Tara. I've watched these boys grow and evolve. I feel like a proud mom, taking the family from Midwest to Portland to see them this year. Way to go, Tara. Very nice. I love it. Can't believe it. It's very cool. Another comparison Tara says is Josh is a figure of Tyler's imagination in navigating. Same as in my blood. Really? So in navigating, he's just a pretend creature. But a good creature, right? Good to see you, John Keegan. Good to see you, Pika. Thanks for being here. So many people that aren't members yet. I'd be giving memberships if I could, but I'm not able to at this point. But I appreciate everybody being here. Please let me know your thoughts of Clancy. I want to know insight that maybe nobody else would know. Beastie just sent me a map, which really helped. I couldn't see where the Paladin Strait was, though. I saw Voldsoy, I saw Dima, I saw Trench, but I couldn't tell. Was it in between? Is it in between somewhere? Is it like the edge of the land, or is it something else? Because I do have that map now, so that helped a lot. And then also, was this album mid? Like, did y'all think they could have done better? Do you think they kind of rushed it? Do you think it was just putting stuff out? They obviously didn't rush the videos because they did a video for every single one, so it took a lot of work. But how do you compare? Y'all know 21 Pilots way better than me. How do you compare it to the other albums? When I look at the songs on the other albums, it's incredible. But then when I look at these, especially when I think of next semester, Backslide, Overcompensate, Jenna's version. I look at Paladin Strait for me. I look at Snapback for me. It's not pop. It's not like hopping and rocking and screaming like y'all said, but it's great music. Like, it's really good music. It's just not to me the typical 21 Pilots. Yuri, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Mental health is never ending, Tara. Clancy isn't done. What does that mean, though, Josh Dunn? What does that mean for the future? What's the second album going to be if it's a double album? Like, are they going to go heavy into the lore with things? Are they going to do something different? Did you get it, Nick?
Try it out.
Can we play it? Here we go.
Welcome back to Trent.
Man, I love it, Nick. Shout out to Nick Stevens.
Thank you.
Nick pulled it through. I love it. That's going to be my new fave. Y'all are so good. Oh, man. Broken says, I feel like in Paladin Strait, there will be a cliffhanger until the double album releases. That's a great point. Because it really does hang at the end. And if the song plays out the way it did, then you would figure that Tyler, who represents who? Y'all think he's going to be a bishop? What's his name in the... he's Clancy, right? He's going to meet with Nico at the end. Is that what it's going to be? At the end of this video? EJ says, I love the album. I think I like it better than Blurry Face. Trench is the best. So is Trench the best album? Bambi likes Vignette. Good comments. So Michelle thinks the lyrics are pretty simple compared to the past. That may be why it feels a little less 21 Pilots. That's true. Not as complex. Were past albums more lore heavy, like in the recent past? I don't even know. honestly. I love this. Shout out to Nick. Kirk says,
Thank you.
Adrian's here for the breasts. I'm not sure those are coming out. Adrian, a cliffhanger till we get the other album. But does that mean, y'all, that the other album's going to come this year? Do you think the other album's been made? Do you think they're creating the other album right now and then they're going to end up going on tour? So you can't create an album or do music while you're on tour. It's impossible.
When you say lore heavy, does that mean like more than half of the album?
I would say like at least 5 or 6 songs of the album being lore related.
Well, I mean, this one, how many of the first 3 were? Overcompensate, obviously, but
Overcompensate. Next Semester was not. Backslide was not.
So it's just 3 on this album. Then.
Paladin Straight was. What was the third one? Navigating. That was it.
There's 3.
That was it.
The other album's coming out June 25th. How do you know that?
What is that?
Beastie said the other album comes out June 25th.
Man, Beastie, inside information.
Is that true? Almost 100%? Oh, man, we got to get these videos roll. I got to edit more of them. Because we got the rest of this album I got to put out on YouTube, and then we got the Suicide Boys album in 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks after that.
I do feel like you can take parts of these songs and you can relate them to lore. Like you can relate them to Clancy and the struggle and the mental health stuff. To me, this album was Tom. Like it had a lot of me in it, meaning what I love, the mental health, the struggle. You know, I thought Snapback was a lot of that in terms of, you know, just pondering, sitting in a garage, you know, getting your hair buzzed and the struggle to like bounce back and do kind of what you need to do to survive sometimes. Not thrive, but survive. Tara says, my thoughts to this album had less screaming and more emo as Tyler had a backslide and falling back under Nico's control. So it was tied to that. Can y'all tell me this, though? Second album would be more screamo as he's fighting back. That's a good point, Tara. I like that point. When he mentioned in one of the songs, I forget which one it was it Backslide? No, it wasn't Backslide. It was further in the album where he mentioned something in 2017 where he struggled. It might have been in Jenna's version. What was it that happened in 2017 or 19 or whatever it was? I can't remember which one it was. Which one was that? Where something happened. Maybe it was Snapback. I can't remember which song. But what did he go through that was a problem that he's just grateful his wife's here with him? Favorite song on the album's Jenna's version, 100%. Lammer, that's my favorite.
Can you tell that Tom likes a song that talks about a wife because it relates to his wife? I think that's usually on an album that's his favorite.
Yeah. And I really like Backslide because I think he talks to God in Backslide. And probably if I listened to some of these, I'd be like, oh yeah, I really like that one too. So it's hard for me. Trying to think of which ones here that I saw. Midwest Indigo was pretty cool. Overcompensate was awesome, obviously. But I'm trying to break it down to like the simple ones. At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. Thought that was pretty cool.
You didn't like... I just edited Lavish today. You didn't really like that one as well.
Lavish didn't stand out for me because it seemed a little... It seemed like squeezed in. I love the video. If you take the video away, though, I don't know that I would really love Lavish as opposed to these other songs. It's got a lot of great songs. I love Snapback. I love... Midwest Indigo, like I said, Backslide, Next Semester, Overcompensate. I loved all those first 3. Paladin Straight, awesome. Oldie Station, I thought was pretty cool. At the Risk of Feeling Done, I need to listen to that again to trigger my brain. But I need to listen more to the album. It's just there's been so much more music coming out lately. I haven't had the chance to just sit and listen. Yeah. Josie, I can also see the Paladin Straight will be the end. If that's true, I would still like Clancy. The same as the album music. I can't understand that. Vignettes your favorite, Kirk? Lavish was a favorite video. I have to agree with you. Lavish was one of my favorite videos. So can I not like the song as much but love the video? Or could I love a video but not like the song as much? Welcome back to Trench. Anything from you, Nick?
Yeah, I was just going to kind of announce the schedule since y'all are here. Mm-hmm. And I know kind of when they're going to come out. Because I'm sure y'all are curious.
By the way, real quick, before he announces the schedule, Rachel on Patreon said, Rachel, if you're here, let me know. I haven't seen Rachel. Side note, the Red Bulls in the background, because I commented on those in the live stream. If you watch Tyler and Josh talking, he had a big old row of Red Bulls. I couldn't figure that out unless I was wrong. And she said, no, those are the ones from different countries that he's collected. He's collected Red Bull cans from different countries.
Dang.
It's in the background there. That was kind of cool. Okay.
So as of right now, this could change. But as of right now, I've edited. So y'all have seen the first three, obviously, and Midwest Indigo. Routines in the Night. I've edited a Routines in the Night. How do you say vignette or
vignette?
Vignette. Sorry, I don't know.
Vignette, kind of like a beignet, but a vignette.
Routines in the Night, vignette, the Craving Genesis version, Lavish, and Navigating. I have those 5 edited right now. So I'm going to tomorrow. I'm going to release 2 of them because I kind of the last 2 days. There's been a lot of other new music that's come out that we wanted to post. So I've just posted other stuff, but I'm going to post 2 tomorrow. I'm going to post Routines in the Night and Vignette both tomorrow. And then Monday, we're going to have Sunday will be Suicide Boys song like we do every Sunday. Monday will be the Craving Genesis version. And then from then on, it'll be basically either every day or every other day we'll have a song come out. So the Craving Genesis version on Monday, Lavish on Wednesday, and then I might do Navigate. I think I might do a Navigating Thursday. So we'll have, it's going to be another probably 2 weeks before everything is out.
So if you want to see the entire set of reactions, go to Patreon. It's a great. There's two bonuses to this. One, support the channel. It helps us a lot because we put a lot into this. We got all this equipment. We try our best to put the content out and do the best we can. It helps support what we're doing. It pays the light bills right here that are shining on us, so to speak. Okay. And it gives you a chance to see any of these videos whenever you want. You don't have to wait until next week or the week after, like Nick's saying, to see those edited versions. If you like the edited versions where me talking in between, I stopped a couple times, I'd left a room once. I mean, it was a 3-hour not live stream, 3-hour video that I did on this. Go to Patreon. It's the VIP tier. I'm sure they'll link it here in this chat where you can just hop over, go to Patreon, join the VIP tier. It's $7. If you want to stop after that, like some people do, they join and then they cancel and it gives them the rest of the month. Great. That's okay to do because we'll have more coming later. When the next album comes out, we'll do the same thing. If you want to keep supporting, keep supporting. It helps us tremendously. We've had over 50, 60 people join just this week on the $7 tier on Patreon. Remember that, okay? I really encourage you to do that.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah. Gosh, and there was one other thing. I missed all this chat while Nick was talking. Shoot. Go ahead if you have something. I lost it.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put the link in.
I love y'all's different comments. You know, like Routines in the Night. Minty Fresh said Routines in the Night one's a favorite. And y'all keep commenting different songs. And the one thing I keep seeing from y'all is you missed the screaming from Tyler. And I'm thinking, I didn't even think about that. I literally didn't pop into my head about him screaming. But you're right. In other albums, he has these songs. But, I wonder how much of that is his voice. How long can he keep doing that? Oh, my chapped lips. So that means, and I love that philosophy. I think it was Tara that said that the next album, if it comes out as a double album, is probably the fight. It's probably him encountering Nico, right? So if I get this correctly, is Josh real or is he all pretend? Like when they meet up in Navigating, is Josh really Josh or is he pretend? So is Tyler as Clancy really doing all of this on his own? And if so, is he going to now go to Dima, confront Nico and have a battle for freedom? Or is he going to is Josh real, going to be a real person? And they're going to go in there and gather the troops and take everybody out. Tell me. Join the VIP tier, please. Thank you. Lyric says, I missed the piano songs. That's a good point. But didn't you hear that in Paladin Strait at the end? Didn't it have a lot of that? I love that song because it slowed everything down. Yeah. That's a good point, though. Oh, Bob says, also just adding, if anyone didn't, I guess, hear all the albums before Trench, Blurry Face had a full-length album at the start of the music videos, contrary to Clancy music videos, so that might be a thing. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do, because they really wanted these videos out for this one. In the live, Rozuma says, in the live stream, Tyler told that the torchbearer has an ability to project him as company. I don't know what that means.
Adrian, I don't want to not talk about what you said. I know it's not 21 Pilots related, but I want to just say it real quick. Mm-hmm. He asked what you thought about the Eminem song that dropped last night.
Loved the Eminem song last night. I feel like the Eminem song was more for me than y'all. Like, I'm a 55-year-old man. I doubt there's anybody in this room that's 55 years old, right?
Probably not.
It was a throwback to me. It was to my era, to his era. He's my age. I think he's about my age.
Close to it.
Because... number one, he was going back to Slim Shady, to the beginning, late 90s, early 2000s. And number two, he brought in Abracadabra, which was who? Who was Abracadabra? Was that Steve Winwood, or who did Abracadabra? Y'all might not even know that. That was a very popular song back in the 80s or 90s. Abracadabra. Steve Miller Band. I said Steve Winwood. I had half of it. Steve Miller Band. And that was 1982. I was 13 years old, and it's like, abracadabra, I want to reach out and grab you. I mean, he went back. That's why, Nick, you listened to it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I felt like it was more for somebody like me.
I think you, and then also people who are like Slim Shady.
Old school.
Total fans. Yeah.
All right, thank you for that. It was great. Go watch that reaction when you get a chance. And now... here we are back in Trench, everybody. Just a quick, brief escape.
That took way too long to get that sound on the sound. I had to convert it from a...
we have to get Nick some super high speed things.
No, it was good. I just had to convert it from a video format and then it converted to a movie format, and I had to convert that to an MP3. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work. Anyway, I got it.
Zach said Knox Hill said the Steve Miller Band in his reaction video. Knox Hill knows everything. The guy's a genius. Forget Wikipedia. It's Knoxopedia. Because the guy just knows everything. I mean, I'm impressed with him, and he's young. He's in his 30s. I cannot pull that out that way, but he has a genius brain, almost like a photographic memory, I think, with things.
Yeah.
Where you can remember
that, or he just knows every music.
Some people just artist, know it. You're right.
They just know what's what.
Knoxopedia. If he ever gets called that, credit me, please. And by the way, this week, just side note also, Suicide Boys put me in one of their songs.
Okay, well...
they had a lyric for me. Christian say, what the heck?
Well, first of all, I thought you said we're welcome back to Trench, but...
welcome back to Trench.
Can we just listen to the whole album again? And by the way... shout out to my assistant, Jackie Duke. I love you, Jackie. I'm grateful for you every single day. Shout out to Jackie. She, for my birthday, got me this. The vinyl of Trench. Here it is. Vinyl of Trench. She got me the vinyl of Clancy. We are going to play this on one of our vinyl live streams. You don't want to miss those. And if you want us to listen to one of your favorite bands or one of your favorite albums, you send us the vinyl. We're going to play it in a live stream. And you can be there to talk to us about it, just like we did yesterday with Suicide Boys. But this Trench one is coming.
If you actually want to send us the vinyl to Trench, you can do that as well. Because, again, that's not Trench. That's Clancy.
Yeah, that's Clancy. What is my problem?
But if you want to send us Spinal to Trench, we'll listen to that as well.
Tom, which reaction do you like more than the new Polo G? Zach Zabala, quit taking us off track. Please. Don't make me choose between Polo G and Eminem. Now, this is for Zach Zabala.
Welcome back to Trent.
There we go. All right, we're back. Zach Zabala, you just sidetracked me there. Okay. Go ahead, Nick. I can't keep up with all the comments.
I had nothing to say.
You got nothing?
Adrian, Tom, your thoughts on suicide?
No, just get off it. Y'all are killing me here.
Savvy said, I can see backslide as addiction and how people abandon you.
Backslide? Yes, 100%. It can be anxiety. It can be, just spiraling backwards emotionally. Yes, but a lot of addiction. And he had addiction in, what was the other song that talked about addiction? Was that
The craving?
Craving? No,
I don't.
that was
I don't
Jenna's
know.
version.
Well, no, the original craving.
Was it Snapback that was the addiction? He did talk about it in the live stream that it was about addiction.
Vignette?
Tara says Josh is a real bandito. He's projecting himself to help Tyler, but he's not physically there, trying to guide Tyler. That's kind of cool. He's like a guiding force. Very cool. I'm overloaded. I'm 100%. Craving is their depiction of their previous album, Scaled and Icy. Really? Really? The Craving is their depiction of their previous album.
Addiction was Vignette. I told you.
What?
Well, eventually I told you. Vignette was the addiction.
Vignette.
I remember that because I just edited that like not too long ago.
Man, that was a real addiction song. Like that was kind of real. That was real. I work in that every day. I know all about that. It's tough. Josh is a torchbearer, so he is real. Backslide is how you feel when you lose your shiz, Matt. Throwing burger buns, littering, looking disappointed in himself. That's just how you feel. Empty, selfish, nothing matters. Well said, Matt Shaw. Well said. I love that because it's like you had everything in there. I didn't even think about it like that. It's like, I don't even care anymore. I'm just throwing trash in the street. I don't even care. I'm just driving through the rain, letting the buns get all soaked. Doesn't matter. Beastie said, I vote Nick bans people for talking about Suicide Boys and getting Tom sidetracked. Thank you. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I can't. I mean, I could ban our moderators, but I'm not going
Diago, we have reacted to all of the music on Clancy. Nick, tell him.
Patreon. I hate just plugging this.
No,
all
I
the
mean,
time,
it's real. We've
but-
done all the reactions. I did a full stream by myself, 3 hours long of all the songs. So what Nick has to do is take them and edit each one because there's a lot of in between of me talking. Every video I start, hey, okay, we have more Clancy. It's going to be Vignette this time. And so I stopped and started every video. I talked in between. There's a lot of stuff probably that's in there that's not in the individual videos that I talked about because I watched Josh and Tyler in between while they're making cookies and stuff. So Diago, if you want to go, I would go to the link at the top there. It's only $7, man. Dang, Starbucks. It's worth it. Trust me.
You know how they used to say, like, it's a cup of coffee? Well, now, join the $10 tier. It's a cup of coffee.
That's it. Cup of coffee. $10
now,
tier.
Now a cup of coffee is
Especially
like $10.
Suicide Boys lover out there. Beastie, I got your back here on this. Daniel can just step aside today. He had his day yesterday with an amazing album of Suicide Boys.
I feel
that we
like
listened to.
I feel like we're fair. We
very fair.
knew this would happen, so we put Suicide Boys yesterday.
Yep.
Y'all had your fun yesterday. Now it's 21 Pilots.
Doing good, Janchi. Good to see you. Savvy said yes, and I don't care if a song is about something else. I use Backslide to explain my addiction experience. Very good. That's so true. It's so true. A great song to describe that. I don't want to backslide to where I started from. So in Vignette, is that the one where you mentioned 2017? And somebody said earlier, Nick, that Tyler had an issue with alcoholism. Is that true?
No idea. I don't know.
At least that's what I thought I saw. Thank you, John Keegan. John Keegan. Sorry. Inflation is crazy. Bammy. Yeah, I can't wait for Paladin Strait video to come out. 100%. You got that right.
At this rate, we're not even going to have all the videos out when it comes out.
Why?
Because they said early June.
For the video, I don't think it's going to come out on time. I really don't think.
I don't know. We'll see.
Ryan says, my theory for the end of Paladin Strait is that Nico unveils his face covering and he is Tyler. Y'all. Seriously? Seriously. How would he be Tyler? Because he's been his own worst enemy in his head? Is that what it is? Because he's been in his head is Nico and it's actually him. So Nico isn't actually a real person either then. Yep. Thank you, Janshi. Patreon is worth it. Even for a month, just try it.
Just try it. But there's going to be a ton of content. I think we're going to do more of we've started to do more album reactions, and I think that's more of how we're going to do them now.
Yeah. Christian, thank you. All the way from the Philippines. Shout out Philippines.
I heard that Tyler never drank alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, he grew up Church of Christ. So that's so not drinking stuff. Like, Church of Christ people don't drink typically.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very straight-laced. Not all, but I mean, just typically it's that way. Paladin Strait's coming out on the 7th. Natsu Dragni says.
7th? Is that like confirmed?
That'd be next Friday, Nick.
I mean, y'all are going to get...
But that's okay because that's just a video off this album. Like, that's what we do.
I know, but it's the big video. Right? I don't know what is the placeholder video. What was that like?
It was just him sitting on a shoreline, looked like Paladin Strait out there, the ocean kind of thing. And he was playing a...
But do you think the actual video will show a lot more of what...
Yes, I think the video is going to be lore.
But how is the song not lore?
The song is lore.
So you know what
Who said
happens,
that?
but now you're just going to see what the video... Like,
No,
how is the video going to be
because
different?
the song and the lyrics can be very different than the way that they play it out. But I feel like you can lead it up to the end of saying, well, he's in the end meeting Nico, I feel like. But I get your point with that. If you already know the song. But they could create a video that's very different. Sometimes videos cut into songs, like the song stops and then they're showing like vignettes of stuff.
Broken Bully said, in the digital thing, 21 Pilots posted it had the number 25 and there are 13 tracks on the album plus they're craving single, so that makes it 14. The double album will have 11 making 25. That's what...
Well, here's my theory on Paladin Strait. Like, especially when he says, I can't be alone, guess I never told you so, making my way towards you, tracing out a line, a route I've mapped 1,000 times, making my way towards you. And then later he says, I would swim this Paladin Strait without any flotation, just a glimpse of visual aid of you on the other shoreline. I think he's talking about God. And I also think it relates to this. Now, this is me, right, bringing my faith into it, but I think he's talking about God, and I would do anything to get to you, but I feel so far from you. And I would swim without flotation. I would just do it. It's kind of like, who was it, Peter walking out on the water when Jesus said, come to me. I feel like he's talking to God, but I also think this, Nick. I think he's talking about getting to his healing, getting to his mental health, getting to a place where he no longer has the crazy anxiety, depression, and all this stuff in his head. I would go anywhere to get to the point of being free of this and clinging on to you, which is health, which is healing, which is the victory in the end. I think it's those two things. I put mine out there. Go. Everybody's quiet.
I don't know.
What do you think about that?
I have no idea. I don't know 21 Pilots
Do you hear those lyrics?
Read them again.
I can't be alone, guess I never told you so, making my way towards you, tracing out a line, a route I've mapped 1,000 times, making my way towards you. And then later in the song he says, I'd swim the Paladin Strait without any flotation, just a glimpse of visual aid of you on the other shoreline, waiting, expectations that I'm going to make it. Here's my chance, time to take it. Can't be sure that I'll make it. It's...
Yeah. I definitely see that. I don't know. It could be. back on for sure.
Kirk Morton said, I'm a patron for the warning and freeze the fall and in the free tier for a couple of reactors, but I could join this one temporarily. Sure, Kirk. Hey, check it out and see. And come to our Tuesday members only live stream.
Yeah.
That's the place we get to hang out, chat, and have fun. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the try for a month. I'm a patron of different people also that I love to listen to.
Who is this person, Daniel, that you said was in our chat? I'm trying to find it. Apparently there were some like artists who was in this chat earlier.
Who's in the chat?
I don't know if they are.
If there's an artist in the chat, I need to know it. So that was my theory on Paladin Strait. And I cannot wait to see the video on that because I feel like it's going to be this lead up to, you know, like in a movie where you get to this dramatic scene and then there's going to be a big explosion when the next album comes out. I'm so psyched that there would be another album.
I see that. It's I don't want to say this name wrong. I'm sorry if I do. It's Yeri. Yeri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeri, you would think.
Yeah, I said that earlier. I said, hey.
Yeah. Apparently she's an artist.
So cool.
Who's done some pretty cool things.
Yeri, come back in the room.
Yeri.
Please.
Thank you for popping in.
Thank you so much.
How did you find us? That's what I want to know.
Driver, go ahead.
The songs that looks like you've done don't have. I don't think we've ever reacted to anything like this. So I'm just I'm curious how people find
always
different channels. You know.
Driver said, "Do you think the entire story deserves a series or a movie like The Wall of Pink Floyd?" Yes, I think all of this lore could be a really cool series, like a mini series, a limited series on Netflix, so to speak. You know, where there's like 6 episodes or whatever, where they go through the entire story. I think it would be cool. Morning cup of tea. Maybe he's talking to Nico.
That's
he
such
could,
a cool
he could be
name,
talking to Nico, but is he really? He's talking in Paladin Strait in a longing way, not in a I'm coming to defeat you way. So it sounded very different to me. Rozuma says, I want your opinion on this. I feel these album is about accepting those problems and becoming one with Blurry Face, the 9 Bishops, because depression and all that is not something you can get rid of. You just live with them. And I think that's why the album is kind of orangish, red from Blurry Face era, and yellow from Trench. What do you think? Yeah, it could be. The whole story is about being okay with who you are, not accepting just staying in an addictive or anxiety-ridden or depressive state. It's more about being that you are an okay person and you can work on your problems, but you need something to cling on to. That's what I believe. That's the faith piece for me that hangs out with Josh. You've got to have something, some higher power, some greater entity, which for me is God, but to cling on to say, this is where I get my hope and my encouragement, my inspiration and my focus from. And no matter what we struggle with, yes, I do believe that we all have these problems. And accepting them is different. I see accepting them as it's okay to have these, but we need to work on them. Not just say, oh, well, I'm done. I'm just an addict, or I'm always going to have anxiety, or I'm always going to be depressed, because you can work through these.
I love Morning Cup of Tea's name. That's
what?
such a cool name. Morning Cup
I know,
of Tea.
perfect name.
It's great.
Perfect name. And Ryan thinks he's talking to us.
Will we ever do a Q&A video? I mean, we've done live streams where we do Q&As. So
We should do a Q&A chat session Zoom call, 21 Pilots, just like we could for Suicide Boys later. But really, like, we were on a Zoom call and see who shows up to like chat about it. Like, all right, tell us your question or thought or whatever. Are you talking about Q&A like me?
Well, I mean,
what are you talking about?
I don't know. I mean, the question is, would you ever do a Q&A? But I don't know how you do that, because a lot of the times when we talk about artists, we want to see other people's thoughts.
Yeah, that'd be
like
great in a Zoom call.
But a Q&A would be like, I feel like a Q&A is more they ask questions, we answer.
Could be.
You know?
Maybe I'm misreading it.
I don't know. Maybe that's what we're doing now is discussion, I feel like.
I like Ryan's comment about, I think he's talking to us. In Paladin Strait, he could be talking to the clique. The people.
Cosplay clique?
that I'm coming to you. Like I will do anything to get to you to try to help save you. It's a good point. See, I'm being all serious and Nick's like, goth boy click.
I didn't say, I just said goth boy click. I don't know it. That's why I don't know. I feel like there could be something like when they say something like click and I just don't know.
If you look at the album cover, you can see Blurry Face on the bottom right. Where? That's Blurry Face?
Don't ask me.
Where's Blurry Face? Anybody? Where's Blurry Face?
I don't know. Genji was saying more like a Q&A for us.
Oh, okay. Where is Blurry Face? Are you talking about right here? Sorry. Yeah. Right here? This entity right here is Blurry Face? Curious. Yeah, I love Q&As. I love chats. I love hangouts.
It's up a little bit, you said. The dots.
Dots. Well, I got a sticker on top of this, so... Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at it when I take off the plastic. Oh my gosh, I don't know what else to say. I honestly don't.
Let me see what this is.
Nick, you got anything else for this? Anybody else got any more 21 Pilots?
This is what?
Head over to Patreon if you want to check out all the reactions to all the videos. Man, it's too hard for me to see.
Yeah, that is hard to see.
That's almost like you've got to be like a Rorschach reader in psychology or something. I don't know. That seemed hard.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys, today.
Man, this was
fun
awesome.
about it.
And we have more coming tomorrow.
I'm going to release 2 reactions.
If you want to hang out tomorrow, we're going to do a live stream, and it's no obligation. You can come hang, listen to music we react to. We're going to have a random wheel spin that you can buy spots on for $5 a piece. You can buy 1, you can buy 100, doesn't matter, whatever you do. Every 10 spots that are bought on that wheel, we have a reaction for. If there's 50 slots that are bought at $5 each, we do 5 reactions off that wheel. We also have 4, Nick can tell you, purchased potential automatic, like you know what song you want and you want to go ahead and get that. If not, no obligation. You can show up, listen, have a great time. Go ahead, Nick.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll have 4 spots, guaranteed reactions at a certain price that we'll say tomorrow, and then we have the rest of the time you can donate $5 to the wheel, get on the wheel, we'll spin the wheel. Tom said 1 for every 10 spots. It'll last
Kirk just joined.
Appreciate you.
Kirk joined Patreon. I love it. Thank you, Kirk. Shout out to Kirk Morton.
But yeah, so that's what it'll be tomorrow. It usually lasts about an hour, 15 hour, 30, something like that. So if you want to listen to it, we usually get a good variety of music on there. And so if you want to hear a lot of variety, then that's the place to go.
Shannon, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your comments on Patreon. Shannon, a part of Patreon as well. Hopefully we'll stay around for the next album. You just stay a member. Not just 1 month. Stay with us. It's worth it. Trust me. And by the way, y'all going to the Houston show, Bammy? We want to. I would love to. I want to get Nick, me, Jill, Jackie from my office, Melissa from my office. We'd love to have a group of us go.
Name dropping.
Wouldn't that be great if all of us showed up? Y'all could come hang with us. Bammy, you coming to Houston? Who knows?
I love how everybody just knows we're Houston.
Yeah.
That's us.
Anyway, head to Patreon. Come out tomorrow for the live stream. Listen to some good music. Maybe put you a spot on the wheel. You never know. Get 100 spots on that wheel. We're going to do 10 reactions. Get 1,000 spots on that wheel. We're going to do 100 reactions.
We were saying how many spots for a 24-hour straight live stream?
Like 10 minutes a song.
Like 700
6
spots?
an hour, 120, 144 songs.
Which is like 1,400 spots or something. I don't know. It's something like that.
It's 144 songs we would do, right?
So
that would be 1,440. We'd have to have 1,440 people on the wheel. Can you imagine typing in 1,440 people on that wheel on your phone?
It's like 7,000.
It wouldn't be visible.
Yeah. It would be like, anyway. Thank y'all for being here. That's enough for us.
H-Town!
We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Welcome back to Trench. When you click it, it's just pauses right there. You gotta do the whole thing.
Come on! Come on!
Welcome back to Trench.
You know what's cool? We have the same mics that 21 Pilots do.
We will see you on the next Reaction Therapy. Have a great day.
Welcome back to Trench.